Hey everyone, I am Danny Giancioppo. I am one of the creators of this YouTube channel. I think that we're called the Perfectionists, but we might have changed that because we're not certain yet. If it's not that, I look like a dumbass. But there will be time for that later. As of right now, I just wanted to explain what this was, who I am, who I'm working with, what we are intending to create, why we're creating it, why this whole thing is here. So, I'm Danny Giancioppo. I am working with 6 of my very close friends, Noah, Alex, Dominic, Calvin, Jason, and Cam. I won't give their last names up because that will be for them to decide. If they don't want to do it, they don't have to do it. So, those are their first names. We've known each other for a very, very long time. I've known Alex, Calvin, Dominic, and Noah since kindergarten. Noah is my next door neighbor. Cam and Jason I have known since middle school. We are juniors in high school at the moment, so yes, I am 16 years old. And that might be a bit of a speed bump for me, or for you, or for someone, about the fact that I'm a teenager working with a group of my teenage friends to make videos on YouTube, and that's been done many times before. But what we're doing isn't just like, you know, Call of Duty highlight videos, which, well, we'll see what happens in the future. But as of right now, the main thing that we're focusing on is a show that I created in February. It's called Project Demo. But I believe it was February 2nd I started writing it. And the reasoning for that was that, as some of you may know, in February of last year, Monty O of Rooster Teeth passed away. And I am a huge fan of Rooster Teeth, extremely large fan of Rooster Teeth. So when I learned this, it was crushing. By learn from it, I mean learn from what he taught and what he said and what he believed in. And what he believed in was that anybody could make whatever they wanted. And it could be as big as they wanted to be. And if they tried hard enough, it could be something. And I really took that to heart. And I decided to put all of my passions together. Now, those things, mainly 5. I love to act. Even though I haven't really done it at all, I love to. I love the idea of it. I love playing characters. I love to write. I love playing video games, I love hanging out with my friends, and I love, above all else, to entertain people. Making people happy, making people laugh, seeing people smile, knowing that they are happier because of something that I've done. Or even if it's not because of something that I've done, but they're just happier, that makes me happy. And I enjoy seeing that. And the thought that I could do that on a larger scale through the media of YouTube and the internet just kind of made me want to put all those things together. And when Monty passed away, that made me realize that there's no reason that I should be waiting to actually get on it. So I started writing it. I worked every single day, as I still do now, and I went through the entire first script in a couple of months. Then I went through the second script, and I finished that about 2 weeks ago, just because I like to write it. I have a third script document set up, but I haven't written anything because I want to focus on starting the show. So the show is basically about 6 people who survived a plane crash, and they don't know why they were in the plane crash, and they don't know who each other are, they don't know where they are, and what they soon learn is that a corrupt organization called the Humanitarians have sent them on that plane and intentionally made it crash, so in the hopes that they would die, because they all had information on the company and on the CEO, Mr. Hull, that could have brought down the company and gotten people hurt or killed or arrested in Hull's case. But Hull couldn't let that happen, so he sent them all to die. They didn't, and there's a reason for that, and you learn why, but they have to deal with one another, they have to deal with the area that they're in, they have to deal with Hull and everything that he's throwing against them. And they have to learn how to not only survive on their own, but with each other, and how to thrive in the area that they're in, which is difficult for them to do because they're a group of losers who cannot ever agree on anything. The not main character, but one of the main characters of the 6 is Gear, and that's played by me. Then there's Dieter, who's played by Noah, Helm, who's played by Cam, Fern, who's played by Alex, Taylor, who's played by Jason, and Mo, who's played by Calvin. Now, what about Dominic? You said there were 7 of you, and there are 7 of us. But, of course, in writing a show, there are multiple characters, so Dominic will be voicing other people as well, characters that, you know, I don't introduce right off the bat, and so I don't want to say immediately. And he'll be voicing characters, and we'll also probably have to voice multiple characters and try to do different voices since there's only a few of us. But, you know, we'll work with what we have. We have friends who know about it, most of which don't really believe in it. Not a lot of people do, even though they know about it. But if we could actually start working on it, then they'd probably want to help. And they'd probably want to voice act, and that'd be great. We could, you know, get that to happen. What I'm hoping, what I'd love to see, is if in the future, if we were to ever grow a community, which is, you know, kind of high hope shooting for the stars, but, you know, if in the future we were to have a community, I would think, I think it'd be really cool if we could have, like, community people who want to help voice act and to be in the game to help film, because when I posted it on a subreddit, the script, the first, you know, 2 months or so, I made 2 separate posts about, you know, what it was, why I made it, and I was, you know, seeking advice and hoping that people would help me, and luckily, people did, and people said it was really good, and that they liked it, and that gave me hope, and that, sorry, I have to look at my hair, I look ridiculous, but they thought that it was a cool idea, and they thought that I should really push for it, and that I should believe in myself, and that they hope to see it in the future. And that just pushed me forward even more to work on it. And now, where we are now, is that the script is done. I edit it every day. I go through several episodes at a time, add things, remove things, try to make the script and the dialogue and the story just better overall. But for the most part, we're ready to shoot. We've tried a few times, it hasn't always been very successful, just because there are a bunch of assholes who won't listen to me when I try to give them directions, and I don't like giving them directions because I feel like an asshole, but I have to. But we've tried, and we haven't really gotten very far. But, we're working on it, and we're working on, you know, moving forward. Alex has a very good mic that actually has like a filter, a pop filter and everything, which for us is incredibly good because we don't have anything like that. And we did some test recordings for the first episode, and it sounded official. It sounded real. The audio sounded like clean cut. It was so good. And, you know, I want to do that more as soon as we can. But we have to organize that kind of stuff, and we're not very organized at the moment. But, you know, we're getting closer every day. You know, I think about it every day. We talk about it at the very least once a week, but probably more. And you know, they want to do it too, which is good. If they didn't want to do it, then it wouldn't be possible, but they do, and they support me, and we support each other, and all that gushy, mushy bullshit. But that's where we are. And something else that I want to point out. I get that, you know, I'm a teenager, and you have no idea who I am. And it seems like it's just some stupid teenage dream, some stupid ambition or whatever. And it's just another one of those things that every kid does, that's making it big, and they just want to make a big YouTube channel and become huge, and that'd be great. You know, if that happened, that'd be fantastic. I would be awestruck and incredibly, you know, moved by the fact that something like that could happen, but that's not what I'm doing. I said before, I love entertaining people. Even if it's not people that I know, I love to do it. If I'm on Xbox, if I'm in person with them, if I'm just passing someone in school that I may know, or they may look at me or something, if I smile at them, if I say hello, if I tell a joke, if we have a conversation, to any extent, I will try to make sure that they're happy. And even if they're not happy, if they're sad, I'll try to at least make them feel better, if not, you know, fully happy. And I know that there are a lot of people out there who go to the internet and who go to YouTube for help to get away from that kind of stuff. There's people that, you know, have bad home lives or bad school lives or might feel like they have a bad life in general. There are people that might be depressed or insecure. They might be introverts like me. They might have anxiety. There could be any number of things. They could feel totally alone, or they could be totally normal. They could be the most popular guy in school or girl and just enjoy watching internet shows and enjoy watching people on the internet. And I want to be one of those people because I want to entertain people. I want to entertain people on a mass scale, because even if we have a subscriber basis of like 50 people, that's fine. That's great, because if those 50 people come back again and again and again and they watch my entertainment and our, you know, productions, and they really enjoy them, and they can go back to it whenever they want, and they say that they want to see more, or at least that they like what they see, that's great. That's something. And that means something to me. If it were to get in the hundreds range, that would be unbelievable. That would be so awesome. And if it were to ever, God willing, make it into like thousands, that'd be, I don't even want to think about it. The fact that that many people could know me from anywhere around the world, and they are here and they watch our videos because we entertain them and we make them happy. The fact that I could help that many people, or just at the very least entertain that many people, is an amazing thought to me. And it pushes me forward to think that if I work hard enough to do it, I think that it could be done. And you know, it'll probably take a lot of work, and it will take a lot of time, and I'm a junior in high school. This isn't the pinnacle of my life. I'm not just gonna like continue to live in my parents' house filming in a bathroom, and you know, I know that this isn't like exactly where I'm gonna be for the rest of my life. I lost my train of thought. I think my point was that I know that this isn't something huge, or at least it might not be, but I gotta work for it, because I know that this isn't the biggest thing ever. I know that this isn't going to define who I am as a person, or maybe it will, but it probably won't. Because who I am as a person is just who I am. I keep doing this. I keep fucking rambling. My point is, I'm gonna work really hard for this, and it might take a lot of time before it actually gets anywhere, but it's already taken a lot of time. And we're still going new places with this, and you know, a lot of people at our school already know, a lot of my family already know, a lot of our friends know, there are some people on the internet that know. There's like 50, I think, maybe a little more people that know about it on the internet that have said to me that they look forward to seeing it become something. And that means something. I want it to become something. I want them to get what they were hoping for. But that's the basic idea. I go over everything, who we are, how we're doing it, show. I think that's pretty much it. But you know, hopefully in the future we will be able to have the rest of the guys here. I know they really wanted to, but like I said, it's hard for us to schedule things. We're kind of shitty at it, and I didn't want to wait. I've been waiting since February to start doing something, and I'm done waiting. So hopefully there'll be another video in the future with all 7 of us. That's the plan. I don't know when. This one might not come out at all, or it might come out before, it might come out after, but this is the basic plan. This is who we are. We are the perfectionists. I am Danny Giancioppo. You have been the audience, and I thank you very much for listening to me ramble and get off track. Thanks. I hope that in the near future you'll be able to see the content that I have worked so incredibly hard for, and I sincerely hope that you enjoy. So, thanks.